bensounds.com.
I promise to do my best to treat everyone fairly.
I promise to be kind to everyone, even if they are not like me.
If I see someone being hurt or bullied, I will tell a teacher.
Everyone should be able to feel safe and happy at school.
I want our school to be no place for hate.
I will seek to gain understanding of those who are different from myself.
I will speak out against prejudice and discrimination.
I will reach out to support those who are targets of hate.
I will promote respect for people and help foster a prejudice-free school.
I believe that one person can make a difference. No person can be innocent bystander when it comes to opposing hate.
I recognize that respecting individual dignity and promoting intergroup harmony are the responsibilities of all students.
Why is it important to treat everyone fairly?
I think before we figure out why, we have to talk about what fairly is. A lot of times people mix up equally and fairly. Treating everyone equally is getting the same thing, but treating everybody fairly is getting what they need. Everybody needs different things to feel successful and happy and loved. And when everyone is treated fairly and they get what they need, you build trust, relationships, and a community where everyone can be supportive and help each other out.
I think it's important that we treat everyone fairly because you never know what someone else is going through on a day, and I think it's just important to approach everybody the way you would want to be treated.
Treating people fairly means that you are doing the right thing for that person by meeting them where they're at in order to meet their individual needs. I think it is better to treat people fairly rather than equally because not all people need the same thing. Some ways to think about treating others fairly are to treat other people how you want to be treated. Remember that fair doesn't mean equal. Practice active listening and always be kind.
Why is it important to treat people kindly, even when they are not like you?
It's always important to treat people kindly. Kindness is a key ingredient in building positive relationships. When you treat people with kindness, you promote an inclusive atmosphere. By being kind, you become part of a community that values differences and allows people to be themselves. We're all human. We should all treat each other with kindness and compassion.
Well, I think it's important to note that there are no two people in the world that will think, feel, act, behave the same way. So when you are kind to someone else, you are showing that you respect their differences and how they think, feel, act, and behave. And I think there's a lot to be said that if you're kind to someone, it really is a ripple effect and can spread and make everyone a more happy, hardworking person.
Being kind is so important because it's the first step towards making the world a better place. And all it requires is your courage. Being kind to the person in front of you makes you feel good, and it also makes someone else feel good. We all have struggles, and being kind to someone might help them in their own struggle, and if nothing else, it doesn't make it any worse.
Why is it important to report something to an adult if you see it happening and you think it's wrong?
All right, it's important to report something to an adult if you see something happening you think it is wrong, because your voice might prevent a friend from getting hurt or being bullied.
It is very important to report something to an adult if you see it and you think it is wrong, because that thing could affect the whole school community and it affects members of your community. We want to keep everybody safe and welcome in our schools, and we want to make sure that we take action when we see something like that so that everybody can stay safe and welcome.
It is important to report something to an adult because adults can help you navigate the situation. They can give you advice if you need it, and they can step in if they need to.
Shows integrity and character, and it also makes sure that everyone is safe.
Why is it important for all students to feel safe and happy in school?
Climate where everyone can just care about one another, and it allows kids and everybody to just feel more comfortable in their own skin and excel to what they can and want to achieve.
It is important for all students to feel safe and happy in school because we are all our own unique selves, and unless we feel safe both physically and emotionally, then we can't make lots of mistakes, we can't do a lot of learning, We need to be able to be loud and proud in who we are.
Why do you want the Quashnet school to be a no place for hate school?
I want the Quashnet school to be a no place for hate school because I'm the assistant principal here, and I believe that teaching students to be respectful and kind to each other is one of the most important tasks that we have as a school and that I have as a school leader. Learning academic skills and reading and writing are incredibly important, but so are skills like perspective taking and thinking about how our actions impact others. And I think that the No Place for Hate program is going to help us move forward in those other goals.
I want the Quashnet school to be a no place for hate school because I want kids to want to come to school. And I think as people, we always want to be in places where we feel accepted and respected for our differences. And the more people feel accepted and respected here, they're going to want to come to school. And if you want to come to school, you're going to be able to maximize your ability to learn and learn everything that we can offer you. That is why I want the Quashnet school to be a no place for hate school.
I want Quashnet school to be a no place for hate because it's really the kind of world we want for everyone. It's really sad that we have to designate specifically no place for hate. It's the way it should be. And in an environment where there's no place for hate, it means every student is free to be who they want to be. They're accepted. They fit in for being themselves. And so we need to consciously promote the skills and knowledge in every member of the Quashnet school community so that we can make sure that that is the experience every one of our students has.